Well, I just wanted to follow up and let you know that I listened and I approve of my message for the most part. I'm disappointed that it got dark at the end, but it's going to be good to look back on have a baseline performance set of standards like that I can build to. Like, we'll be able to kind of, as I said, I'll be able to watch myself grow and learn, and hopefully you'll enjoy watching me improve. I think I'll learn quickly. Hopefully, I'll get some extra equipment and things too as I roll on and make it easier. I'd like to play some music, and yeah, my production value will go up, I think. But anyway, I appreciate you listening to me. I think that there probably were plenty of you that will listen to the whole thing and feel connected. Maybe I'm tell them they're dreaming. That's a line from The Castle. It's an Australian movie. Yeah, maybe I'm fooling myself, but I don't care. It's all right. I think I'm impatient. I'm a Leo. I can't help it. I want things to happen quickly. And when I get something in my mind that, maybe it's going to happen this way or that way, I don't want to believe that it's going to take longer to see results. So what I'm talking about, I guess, is just I want to know that I'm reaching people, and that even though I've barely scratched the surface of what this channel is going to be, I am pleased with my ability to share my vulnerabilities, and I think it's easy to connect with me because my honesty and my intention is very apparent. And I really do hope that strikes a chord with people who need that in their life. Maybe not everybody's ready for that. I don't know. I live in a different world, I guess, than a lot of other people do. And I have done for a long time now. So my normal is not what a lot of people would consider something that is comfortable for them. But I'm comfortable being the person who makes someone feel comfortable about getting in their vulnerability and their sensitive areas and their hurt, and not being afraid, because we all have these hurts and these misgivings and these insecurities and these regrets and things we want to hide, but we want people to understand which we hide. Like, why do we need certain things from people? Because of whatever it is that happened before we knew them, or somebody hurt us, or we felt a sense of injustice or frustration, but we aren't able to share that, so that person doesn't have any framework to understand, like to remind them, to inform them of where you're at. Like, how you gotta teach people how you want to be treated, and that's not a bad thing. Nobody's a mind reader. We can't be stuck on this romantic idea that people can read our minds, and that people don't know us or love us enough if they can't give us what we need without us having to tell them. We gotta tell people what we need and what we want. Just like I'm telling the universe what I want and need. I'm telling you what I want and need from you, and what I want you to want for yourself too. I want goodness to come from this exercise, and it already is. So anyway, I don't want to carry on too much longer. I'm gonna be addicted to this. I have a feeling it's gonna be really fun. And I thought that when I first started thinking of doing this, I really thought my biggest challenge was going to be forcing myself to find the like, just the motivation to just do what needs to be done. Like, I'm good at coming up with ideas, but executing those ideas is not always my specialty. But I think I'm gonna enjoy knowing that I'm actually producing something that is gonna be heard, listened to, and maybe shared. And it's so exciting to think that just by virtue of being me, I can affect change in other people. Positive energy, good vibes, good outcomes, just hope, maybe permission to be oneself, which is so big, because everything falls into place when you're being who you know you are. You're allowing yourself to the permission to be that and not apologizing to anybody for it. Don't let anyone ever talk you into feeling like you're difficult to love. Like, that's my other favorite little thing to say to myself. You deserve to not have someone think that you're difficult to love. And if someone makes you feel that you're difficult to love, then they're not supposed to be in your life, or they're not willing to give up part of themselves. They're afraid to give up too much, to be too vulnerable, and that's not fair. It's not right. It hurts you deeply when you want someone's love and they hold it back just because of their own shortcomings that they're unwilling to face. I recently had a moment where I had to apologize to someone who I never thought I'd apologize to again for. And even though I think he owes me apologies for lots of things that still are hanging in between us, I grew immensely by being able to apologize for what I knew was selfish and wrong and demanding of me. And that is a big deal. I'm so bad at apologizing, so I know I'm making some big strides toward making room for other good stuff, because that's what we have to remind ourselves. It might feel uncomfortable and might seem like, oh, it hurts to have to admit that we were wrong, but it feels so good to make room for something that's so right. Like, you don't even know how right and good it's gonna be when you trade in it's like trading in the old sofa for like something that is brand spanking new that you never thought you could afford. Like, you get something so much better than what you're having to give away. It costs so little to admit you're wrong, and it feels so good to release that and to know that you really are putting yourself in another person's position. We know we don't like our feelings hurt. We don't, when we've done someone wrong, we feel that our feelings are valid. Like, no, I might not be perfect, and I know I hurt your feelings in this way, but I didn't deserve to be treated this way or that way, and they never apologize because they feel like one balances out the other, one makes up. It doesn't really work that way. We need to be able to pick out and realize what's unhealthy and what's right and what's not kind and what's right and what's not right. We need to be able to distinguish that and give people, even people who don't deserve it sometimes, or don't seem to deserve our kindness and our forgiveness, that. Because really it's about us again. It all comes back to us. Like, I'm freeing myself up by allowing him to know that I acknowledge I was unreasonable in my demands and wants and needs, and I'm free now of that feeling of like, why was I so angry, holding it against him. But anyway, I don't know where that came from. I hope he's listening to that, because I know he got my message. I hope he was surprised. He knows I'm bad at apologies, and he thinks that I'm a little stuck up and think I'm a little above it all sometimes. And I say I'm not, but I know he doesn't believe me. But I hope that proved that I can be humble, truly humble. It didn't hurt that much. It gets easier. It gets easier to apologize and to be truly sorry and let that person know, even when they still owe you something. But no one really owes us anything. We owe ourselves. We owe ourselves the best version of ourselves that we can manage based on what we got going on. And we gotta believe that even when it feels like the road's long, like there's gonna be somebody there to help lighten the load, to carry the burden a little bit. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help lighten your load because that's what I'm good at. And you're gonna lighten my load. Yeah, calling out to all the people like who want to do me a solid and help me figure out like any kind of little tasks, like for figuring out the wallpaper, wrapping paper, wallpaper manufacturing, that kind of stuff. Places that I'm gonna need information about along the way. I know somebody out there has the information I need and is gonna be willing to share it for me and save me some legwork and give me some good advice and save me some hassle and money lost by investing in the wrong thing or whatever. So anyway, I'm thanking you in advance, everybody who's got information that I need. Got my pieces. I got some of your pieces too. So till next time, we'll put the puzzle together slowly but surely. I'm looking forward to presenting my next bit of me to you. And I'm looking forward to seeing how many people get hip to my vibe because it's exciting. It's really exciting. All right. I haven't figured out a tagline, so I guess I'll talk to y'all later. And be good to yourself. Be kind. It's cool to be kind. Promise. It is.